Happy evening, students. Today's topic is thermodynamics, class 11. Thermodynamic we can divide into three parts. Under the part 1, we are going to discuss about 5 different topics, which are macroscopic properties of thermodynamics, a thermodynamic macroscopic properties, process, system, heat, internal energy, enthalpy, and work. Before going to enter into the chapter, we should know about the introduction regarding thermodynamics. What is thermodynamic? What is the necessity to learn thermodynamics? What are the applications of thermodynamic and what are the demerits of thermodynamics? After that, we are entering into the chapter. So, thermodynamics, the study of the transformation of energy is called as thermodynamics. Thermo means temperature. The temperature is transferred from one body to another body, one system to another system. This transformation, either in the form of energy, either in the form of heat, either in the form of kinetic energy, in what way the energy is transferred from one system to another system, in this chapter we have to learn. Actually, it deals with the energy in its various forms, which includes thermal, chemical, electrical, and mechanical, with the restrictions on the transformation of one type of energy into other types, and with the relation of energy changes to physical and chemical changes. So, especially we have two different types. In physics, we are going to learn in the name of physical thermodynamic. Here, our topic is chemical thermodynamics. It is the branch of thermodynamics which deals with the study of energy changes taking place in chemical process. Advantages of thermodynamics. It gives information about various thermodynamics laws. It helps us to predict whether a given chemical reaction takes place or not under the given set of conditions. It gives information about the various energy changes. Limitations of thermodynamics. Thermodynamics deals with the properties like temperature, pressure, volume of matter in bulk, but does not tells us anything about the individual property of an atom or molecule. Thermodynamics deals with macroscopic model, but not with microscopic models. It tells us whether a given chemical reaction will take place or not under a given set of conditions, but does not tell us anything about the rate of reaction. So now, actually, we are entering into the chapter. This is about a small introduction regarding thermodynamics. In this thermodynamics, we are going to learn number 1, thermodynamic properties, which are macroscopic properties, which is decided based on the quantity. It depends upon the quantity. Extensive properties and intensive properties. Topic 2, macroscopic properties we can subdivide it in another division based upon the initial and final values, which are state functions and path functions. And system, types of system. Thermodynamic processes, we have 4 different processes, which are thermal, adiabatic, isobaric, and isochoric processes. We'll see one by one. Thermodynamic properties. First one, extensive property. The property which depends upon the quantity of matter, which always depends upon the quantity of matter. For example, the quantity when I increases, mass automatically increases. When increases the quantity, volume increases. Internal energy increases, enthalpy increases, entropy increases, heat capacity increases, Gibbs free energy increases. It means these all the properties depends upon the quantity. When quantity decreases, volume decreases. Whatever the property depends upon the quantity, such kind of property will comes under extensive. Example, mass, volume, internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, heat capacity, and Gibbs energy. Intensive properties. Intensive, independent of property, which does not depend upon any quantity. Example, pressure, temperature, density, molar properties such as molar volume, molar entropy, molar heat capacity, surface tension, viscosity, specific heat, refractive index, boiling point, freezing point, and vapor pressure, molarity, and normality. State functions. The same thermodynamic macroscopic properties we can subdivide into one more category, which are state functions and path functions. State functions means the value which depends only upon the initial and final state. The value which depends upon only initial state and final state of the system, such kind of values are comes under state function. Example, internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, Gibbs energy, pressure, temperature, volume, and number of moles, which always depends upon initial volume and final volume. For example, I will tell you here 1 liter gas I am taking into one vessel. This is the 1 liter gas. Its volume is 1 liter. When you heat it, the volume will be increased into 2 liters. 2 liters. So initial volume is 1 liter and final volume is 2 liter. So this is by heating. The same volume when you increase in another way. For example, while arrange one paddle here, when it mechanical rotation, automatically this volume of the molecules will be increases. The same initial volume is 1 liter and final volume is 2 liters. Whatever it may be, whatever the process when you are operating through either heat or mechanical energy or heat energy, whatever the energy when you apply the initial state is changed into the final state. So it is not depends upon the path or process. Such kind of properties are known as state functions. Now path function. Thermodynamic property whose value depends on the path of transformation. Example is heat and work. For example, one of the person is coming from 10th floor to ground floor by the lift. Some other person is coming down from 10th floor to ground floor by steps. So which person will do more work means the person who is coming from 10th floor to ground floor by walk, that person is doing more work. It means the work is depends upon path. In what way is moving from 10th floor to ground floor. Here the lift 10th floor to ground floor. While comparing these two, both are starting point and ending point is same, but paths are different. One person is coming by through the steps, the other person is coming through by the lift. So here the work is different from person to person. It means this work is depends upon path. Hence it is a path function. Path functions are two. We have heat and work. It is depends upon path, not initial and final value. Next, coming to the system. System means any object, anything that comes under the observation of human eye. For example, here I am drawing one box. This box is in red color. It have some lines, somehow dots. So your research is going on this box. So anything or any object under the observation of human eye, that object is considered as a system. For example, this object in my point of view, it is a system. Otherwise, when you want to research about moon, based upon your point of view, moon is your system. Or sun, when you want to research on sun you are observing, hence here the sun is a system. So whatever the object under the thermodynamic observation through the human eye, that object is considered as a system. So other than the system, remaining many materials are around us. For example, in your study room, you have one computer, books, and other things are around us. You are concentrating on only one notebook. The notebook is comes under system. Remaining materials, whatever around us, other than this book, remaining all materials are considered as surroundings. Surroundings. So you know very well about the cricket. In cricket ground, we have one boundary line is there. Inside the boundary line, players, batsmen, and bowlers, everyone will be there inside. Inside the boundary line, whatever the things are there, which are comes under system. I am observing inside the ground. So that is considered as a system. So outside the boundary line, whatever the people seeing this cricket match, these all either living and non-living things. Other than this, remaining all will comes under surroundings. Surroundings. So surrounding and system, both these two are separated by a one line, one boundary line. This is known as a boundary. Either it is imaginary or rigid line. This is a boundary line. So when you want to understand about thermodynamics, you should clearly understood about the system, surrounding and boundary. System means any object under the observation of human eye. Other than system, remaining every material is considered as surrounding. System and surrounding is separated by the one boundary. Let us see here. Any part of universe that is under the thermodynamic study at that instant is known as a system. The remaining part of the universe of other than system is surrounding. The universe is equal to system plus surroundings. So boundary means that is an imaginary or rigid line or non-rigid surface that separates system and surroundings. Types of systems, we have three different types of system. One is open system, closed system and isolated system. Open system, I am giving a better example for you. A cup of tea. Here inside the cup we have a hot tea is there or milk, whatever it may be. So this is under my observation. Hence this tea particles, this tea is here considered as a system. The boundary line means this walls of the cup is considered as a boundary line. This is known as boundary. Other than this, whatever the parts behind this, outside the boundary line, all these materials are comes under atmospheric air and everything is comes under surrounding. Surrounding. Okay. Open system means what? This type of system can changes energy as well as matter. See here, open system, energy and as well as matter will be interconverted. So when you take a cup of tea, after few minutes, this hot cup of tea is getting into cold. What happening inside? Whatever the hot air or hot particles on the surface of the tea will move towards the atmosphere. So it means the matter is converting into surroundings. Matter is changing into surroundings. Matter is transferred to surroundings. Surrounding means atmospheric air. And at the same time, the air will flow towards the surface of the liquid. So liquid is going to get cold. So hot and cool means the heat energy is getting changes. So energy is transferring from surface to atmosphere and at the same time matter is also transferred from surface to atmosphere. So in this case, open system, the main important points are energy and as well as matter will interconverted to surroundings. This type of system can exchange energy and as well as matter with surroundings. Example, plants. So plants exchange heat and as well as matter into the atmosphere. How plants doing the photosynthesis, they releases oxygen gas. Oxygen means it is a 32 grams of mass. Mass is coming out and energy also coming out. It absorbs energy from the sunlight. It means energy and as well as mass interexchange between system and surroundings. So such kind of things are comes under open system. Next one is closed system. Same example I am taking. A cup of coffee is covered with one saucer. Simply this I covered with one saucer and one top. At this time what will happen, we'll observe. After few minutes, This tea also going to get cool. What happening? So, but here energy is transferred. Cooling means the hot heat energy is transferred to the outside the atmosphere. Hence, this hot tea is getting cold. So, energy is transferred from system to surrounding. Second point. Here, the particles will not escape from system to surrounding. Particles are not escaping because we covered this cup with saucer. So that is the reason only one transformation is taking place, that is energy. This type of system can exchange energy but not matter with the surrounding. The boundary is sealed but not insulated. Just we covered the boundary but not insulated. So this type of system is comes under closed system. Example, all the thermodynamic laws are applicable for closed system only. Finally, isolated system. Isolation means sealing. Complete air packing, complete seal. It means better to remember thermos flask. The system which does not exchange either matter or energy. Matter will not come from the system, and energy also will not come from the system to the surrounding. Such kind of system is considered as isolated system. The system which does not exchange either the matter or energy with the surroundings. Boundary is sealed and insulated. Example, hot water in closed vessel, glowing bulb, a satellite in orbit, and thermos flask. These are all comes under isolated system. Next topic is process. What is process? During the process, what type of changes will occur in thermodynamic system? Thermodynamic process, the operation which brings about the change in the state of system is termed as thermodynamic process. The operation which brings about the change in the state of the system is termed as thermodynamic process. So, for example, solid, when you want to change it into liquid, you want to do something, you want to apply some heat energy, then only solid is changed into liquid. So, state is changing. What operation you are doing? Applying heat energy, work you are doing. So, the operation which brings the change of the system to one state to another state, that operation name only, that work name only termed as process here, thermodynamic process. Simply, mathematically, it explains process means, keep it in your mind, change of any one of the thermodynamic variable. Either it is volume, temperature, or pressure. If anything, when you change, the system is under process. Isothermal process. Iso means same, thermal means temperature. So at constant temperature, the thermodynamic process carried at constant temperature, such kind of a process is known as isothermal process. Condition. During the process, the temperature is constant, delta T is constant. System kept in contact with constant temperature bath. Heat is exchanged between system and surroundings. So here you have to observe one point. Heat is entirely different from temperature. Temperature is different, heat is different. So here, what I said in the first point, temperature is constant. But what is exchanging? Heat is exchanged between system and surroundings. Adiabatic process, it means adiabatic means isolated system, sealed system, thermos flask system. No exchange of heat takes place between system and surroundings. Here, the heat change delta Q is equal to 0. During the process, system kept in thermally insulated flask. Temperature of the system may increase or decreases. Isobaric. Isobaric means at constant pressure. The process carried at constant pressure. Such kind of process is isobaric. Here the P is constant or delta P is constant. System taking place in an open vessel. Volume changes in this case. System carried at a constant volume, such kind of process is known as isochoric process. Here the pressure changes. So entire these four process, how to remember? And how we can explain in a simple way? Once again, I am explaining. Look on the screen. The first one is isobaric. Look on the screen. Isothermal. The second one is isobaric. Third one, isochoric. And the fourth one is adiabatic. So these are the names, terms given for works. Isothermal process means isothermal work. This work carried it when at constant temperature. The process which carried at constant temperature, such kind of process is known as isothermal. Isobaric, the thermodynamic process carried at constant pressure. Such kind of process is known as isobaric. The thermodynamic process which carried at constant volume, such kind of process is known as isochoric. Adiabatic, the thermodynamic process which carried at constant heat, Q is constant. Such kind of process is known as adiabatic. So during the process, what will happen? Process means what mathematically what I told. Change any one of the thermodynamic variable. So here thermodynamic variable means volume, temperature, pressure. So according to the Boyle's law, we know very well about that V is inversely proportional to P. Now I am giving graph P versus V at constant temperature. You will get this curve. See here, when temperature increases, volume decreases. At this high pressure, volume is low. At low pressure, volume is high. It means pressure decreases, volume increases. Pressure increases, volume decreases. So what is the relation between this pressure volume with here thermodynamic process means it is at constant temperature. Constant temperature P is inversely proportional to V. We are getting this type of curve. So this process is known as isothermal process. Second one is isobaric process. At constant P, when pressure constant, volume will be increases. Volume will be increases. You will get this kind of curve. From left to right, volume increases, but any pressure, either this pressure or this pressure, at any pressure, the volume should be like this. This type of curve indicates isobaric. At constant volume, you will get this kind of curve from top to bottom or bottom to top. So the volume is constant, pressure, various types of pressures are there here. Finally, adiabatic process graph, it is similar with that of isothermal curve. So once again, individually I am drawing. The first one is isothermal. Isothermal means constant temperature. This curve P versus V. Second one is constant. Pressure is constant. Volume is increasing. So pressure is constant here and volume is gradually increasing. The second way, what type of process I told you? Volume is constant, at particular volume constant, pressure increasing. Pressure increasing. See here, this is the pressure. And adiabatic process, heat is constant. Heat means heat is generated during the temperature difference. So temperature constant, heat is also indirectly constant. Hence, you will get the same graphical representation like isothermal P versus V. Here, the Q is equal to constant. While combined all these four graphical representation, you are getting a uniform graph this is P, and this is V. At top one is left to right, that is isobaric, and then isothermal, adiabatic, isochoric. This is the graphical representation among all these four processes: isothermal, isobaric, isochoric, and adiabatic. Once again, see the graphical representation here. Pressure versus volume. The first one indicates isothermal. Second one graph indicates second is adiabatic. It is similar with of isothermal. Third one indicate isobaric. Pressure is constant. Here the pressure. And the fourth one is isochoric. Volume is constant. Three more different types of processes we have, which is cyclic process. When a system undergoes a number of different processes and finally return to its initial state, it is termed as cyclic process. For a cyclic process, delta E is equal to 0, or enthalpy change also is equal to 0, entropy change also is equal to 0, Gibbs free energy is also 0. So delta E, delta H, delta S, and delta E, delta G all are equal to 0 because it is a cyclic process. Wherever the starting point, again finally it is reaching to the same point. That is the reason the net result is 0. Hence all the state functions are 0. Reversible process. Entire this chapter is depends upon this reversible process. So see here, reversible process means what I told you. You have to change any one of the thermodynamic variable or the operation which takes place while changing the state of the matter, one state to another state. Whatever the operation you are doing to do, change the matter from one state to another state. Such kind of operation name is termed as a process. So here the reversible process means a reversible process is considered to proceed from initial state to final state through an infinity series of steps. For this case, I am going to give you an example. For example, in your hand one vessel is there. In this vessel, you are filled with one gaseous matter. Here, the many molecules are there inside the gas. Okay. What will happen to do is, this is the top of the vessel. This is considered as a piston. When you press this piston, the volume will be decreases. When you pressure increases on the piston, the volume will be decreases like this. Because pressure is inversely proportional to the volume, pressure increases, volume decreases. What will happen? I'm going to explain you clearly. At the top of the piston, I'm going to keep some sand particles. Sand means the smallest, very, very tiny particles. Small sand particles I'm keeping here. But instead of 2 kg or 3 kg weight, I am putting only one sand particle. One sand particle. What will happen? A little weight will upon this piston. Then piston will move a little small, almost all negligible force is upon the piston. Hence it is moving. Pressure will become like this. This is the pressure here, and here the pressure is this one. And when you add one more, here for example, this pressure is exerted during the one particle of the sand. When you add one more particle, it is compressed again. A little pressure will be increases. So you are adding one more sand. And when you put one more force on this third sand particle also, when you kept on the piston, a little piston will move down. It means the pressure is increasing while increase the weight of the sand. Here one particle, here two particles, here three particles are there. So whatever the particle, sand particle means almost all is negligible weight, very few small weight. So in the same way, the a little amount of pressure increases. A negligible pressure is increases. It means while going, I am increasing sand particle one by one, one by one, one by one. Finally, I am getting the final stage. This is the final stage. This is initial stage and this is final stage. Stage 1 and stage 2. This is state 1. Either solid or liquid, whatever it may be, state 1. And this is state 2. So I have done one operation to change the state of the matter from one state to another state. So how many steps I have done here? 1, 2, 3, and many sand particles are 4, 5 to some infinity for steps, infinity sand particles when added. Finally, you will get the stage 2. So reversible process carried through infinity steps to get the final stage. The state of matter changes from one state to another state by several steps. Such kind of a process is known as reversible process. In reversible process, infinity steps are carried between initial state to final state. So this is about reversible. In reversible process, why its name is coming out means these two are always equilibrium with each other, surrounding and as well as system equilibrium with each other, because only one a little sand particle you are adding and negligible pressure will be increases. So the surrounding and as well as system will be almost all equilibrium. There is no change in this state. So gradually we are increasing the sand particles. Finally we are getting the final state. So the state changes from the material changes from one state to another state through the several steps, through the minute steps. Such kind of process is termed as a reversible process. A reversible process is considered to proceed from initial state to final state through an infinity series of infinity small stages, and every state it is virtually in state of equilibrium. In every state, system and surrounding virtually in equilibrium with each other. So this is about a reversible process. Whenever the reversible process term will come, you have to keep it in your mind. The process takes place with several minute steps. Oppositely, irreversible process. The process of gas from initial to final state in a single step, directly initial step to final step. At a time, I am adding a lot of force. It means 2 kg or 3 kg force I added on the piston. Hence, directly initial state is changed into final state. Such kind of process is known as a irreversible state. The process of goes from initial to final state in a single step or infinity number of steps, infinity time.